What's up, guys? Let's make another update on the price of Bitcoin. As you remember, we were looking at this $8,500 level as a very important one, and after like 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, on the fifth test, this level has been broken to the downside, and this is not a great sign for bulls, because if this will not be tested once again from the bottom and then will not return above $8,500, then we probably will continue going lower and lower. Meanwhile, I was going to show you this chart from Bloomberg, and there's actually the whole article from them. Bitcoin flashes sell signal after struggling to break $9,000, and you see there's the indicator that they used. And last time when this indicator reached certain level, which they treat as the sell signal, it was when the price was at 11 plus almost $12,000, and after that it dropped like several times. So we can see that this was a sell signal, it was quite correct, and this was the buy signal again here. After that it was the rise, and this was another buy signal here, and now we have another sell signal. So technically, yeah, it shows quite nice correlation, but there is probably some kind of a bias, positive bias here, like people are watching Bloomberg and they say, okay, there's a sell signal, we must sell because this is very important and probably price will go down. And yeah, they sold, so that at some point affects the price goes down as well. But in any case, whether Bloomberg guys are correct or not, we are going lower, and in fact we can draw another channel. Like let me go to 1 day chart. This is there was another channel. There was like a wedge before first, and then another channel. Now we have 1, 2, at least 3 points at the top and multiple points at the bottom of this channel. And yeah, indeed, it looks quite organic, although channels are made to be broken. But at this point, it's very likely that we'll not go above it, but probably will test the bottom of the channel, which is like $5,000. It's crazy. It's the new low, but this is happening. On the other hand, as soon as we are above this middle line, which is like 7,000 plus, it's still relatively bullish. And yeah, although this growth might be suspended for a while and we see the correction, this is actually quite healthy. So if we will not go too low, like even if we'll break like 50% or reach 50% correction of this growth and then have a pullback and go higher, then it still will mean that this is the growth, this is the new rising trend. And if we will go lower than this line, yeah, it will invalidate this, and probably we will, as I said, we'll test this $5,000 level or something like that. And in a short term, if you remember, we drew this Fibonacci retracement levels from the lowest point to the highest point before, and we had this 23.6 Fibonacci over here, and it's also close to this 50% Fibonacci of the major downtrend. So actually, after the breaking this level, we still have this zone where the asset was trading for a while, so we might actually go back and retest this zone, or even retest this 50% Fibonacci, and then we'll see how the reaction of this of the price with this level will be. If it will be the rejection, then we'll continue go down. And in fact, this is not that bad in terms of like not that bearish price action, because again, this was like a relatively long growth. And even if you remember, we were looking at the previous rise at the previous peak over here, so we did go to 38.2 Fibonacci retracement. So actually right now we're still not there. We can reach it at something like $8,100 and still will be within the reasonable range of the correction, and after that we can continue to go up. Moreover, if you will consider this low as the previous one from which we started to grow, and this high, then right now we are at 61.8% Fibonacci, one of the levels which Bitcoin actually likes to test during the correction. So maybe this will be like the first retracement, first point of the retracement for the price, and we can go higher at least a little bit to see whether the bulls can change the situation or not. But if the level of $8,500 will not be tested, I think this is the zone, the next zone where the price will drop to, and this is something like $7,700 and $8,300. And again, there is $8,000 as a huge level, like psychological round number, so probably a lot of the price action will be around this area. But in any case, this is still relatively dangerous, because generally we are still having a very high possibility that this was just temporal recovery, and then we will continue to go lower, even below $6,400, because you see again, funding rate, BitMEX funding rate is positive, and it's positive for a while, as it happened many times before. For example, here you can see we dropped after that, like for to $6,500, and when it was negative for a while we started to grow, and so on and so forth. You can look at the history of the chart. So technically, although there might be some short-term recoveries, we need to really prove to see the strength of the price to confirm that this is not the beginning of the new downtrend or the new short-term wave to the downside below the previous low. And it might be that actually currently we are having the setup for this short-term recovery. For example, here on a 4 hours time frame, we have the red 9 potential reversal of this downtrend on TD sequential. We have the Fisher transform very low, and maybe it will make crossover, bullish crossover here. Also stochastic RSI oscillators are very low, and they are also forming a bullish crossover in this oversold territory. Also, there are already some divergences, bullish divergences on 1 hour time frame, and even potential bullish divergences forming on daily time frame, which means that we might have a recovery from the point where we are now, and yeah, it could reach that $8,500, and then we'll see how the price will react with that. But in any case, for me personally, although of course it's not a financial advice, guys, just my personal opinion, I probably lean to be bearish at the moment, because this is basically exactly what we were looking for when we were thinking about the way of the confirmation of the price turning bullish. We didn't go above the previous high, right? We didn't reach like $9,600, $9,800, where it will be the indication of the bullishness, including like RSI flipping bullish and so on and so forth. Instead of that, we had the relatively short move above $9,000, and after that we failed quite strongly and continuing falling, like with a massive green candles with like $300-400 drops within 1 or 2 days. So once again, concluding all that, I think that we have a fair chance to go higher within the next day or two and test this $8,500 and see how the reaction with this level will be. Otherwise, if the bulls will be really weak, then I think this is the area where the price will drop. But I will continue updating you on that, and so far that is it for today. I hope that it was useful. Thank you for watching.